Since I've been reading about 100+ chapters of Rent-A-Girlfriend, I can safely say that I really enjoy it. The sheer desperation in the anime cracks me up to an uncouth end, and if I'm quite honest, I find this anime very, very wholesome. It's very nice. Not on the relationship aspect per se, but for this guy right here. You see this guy? This is Kazuya. Kazuya literally has some stellar development from maybe like the first chapter up to like maybe the 20th chapter. It's a bad frame of reference, but you get what I'm saying. But anywho, let's go on ahead and talk about something here. You see this specimen right here? This pretty lady, this blonde-haired, blue-eyed goddess, this woman? Yeah, I love her. Yeah, so what? Yeah, I love her. Yeah, I love Mami. But today in this video, we're going to be discussing why Mami's actions are justified and make logical sense, and why the government is trying to make you think that they aren't. But let's go on ahead and jump into this analysis real quick. So first and foremost, to get this out of the way, I'm not a pretty big fan of Chizuru. I wouldn't say that I don't like her, but she's just not very tolerable for someone with my bad palate. But I'm here to tell you why I like Mami, the obviously better alternative. So let's discuss who Mami is. Mami is Kazuya's ex-girlfriend who broke up with him roughly about a month before the series actually kicked off. On the surface, she's pure, sweet, kind-hearted, loving, nurturing, any of the words you can probably describe her. But deep down, she's quite possessive, manipulative, and condescending. And she's a bit of a little gremlin. So any person who watches the series is justified in hating her, and I wouldn't even put it past them. Now the three words I'm probably, well, I didn't put heavy emphasis on it. Well, the three words that I use to, describe her being possessive, manipulative, and condescending are these defining traits that I want to be able to dissect, and they're very important words. Mami's surface level personality is something we get to see less of in the series, and we notice how often she tries to use her quick wit and good looks to get out of a given situation she knows she could get under fire for. So it's very clear she's a manipulator with no remorse with those around her. Naturally, any person would generally just leave it at that and continue to hate her and just not pay any attention to the big mountain of human psychology we have to break down. Now first, we're going to look at the reason she continues to harass Kazuya, because we all know she's sending him mixed signals. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm no relationship expert. I'm just doing this because it's fun. Now, why would you send an ex mixed signals, you may ask? Well, from what I researched, it's possible that she's having some sort of extra attachment to Kazuya. I'm no expert on relationships, but it's natural that the body goes through some sort of actual trauma on breaking up with someone, whether if you're the one calling it off or if you're the one being broken up with. In some rare cases, some people may have an attachment to someone so bad that they'll do just about anything to get them back or see them in their shoes. For certain, we can tie this in with Mami. But the big question you may be asking is, why would she want to get back with someone she broke up with? Well, here's the big answer. There has to be some sort of character background for her that we didn't get just yet. So all of what I'm telling you right now is just pretty much up in the air at this point. From what I researched, it's possibly that Mami is going through some sort of manic state of mind of not wanting to share Kazuya with anyone else. Given the circumstances that take place in the anime where she's meddled in Kazuya's business affairs and winded up tactically withdrawing, which is odd given how much character potential she has. She does seem to harbor a bit of animosity towards him given that she's in a manic state of mind. But what perplexes me the most about her is that she might just be in love with Kazuya and everything she's doing is out of just being in a manic state of mind and panicking because Kazuya is seeing other women. Mami is portrayed as the villain, but I believe her actions are well justified. I would say that Mami holds her alter ego a bit as a defensive measure to hide her pain since she is, well, acting on impulse. Impulse being defined as a sudden, strong, unreflective urge or desire to act. Mami might just actually be a downright sweet girl, but so far, her character has only been overshadowed with her manipulative ways, and whenever someone mentions her, they rag on her with pretty simple-minded reasons. Oddly enough, we haven't seen enough of Mami in order to make a good analysis on her just yet. This is purely speculation, but I really do feel that she certainly does truly love Kazuya. Whenever someone does ask about her reasoning for bugging Kazuya, she always either just vanishes or tells them to buzz off and leave it at that. Despite all of the dodging she does, I think she's trying to stop Kazuya from further hurting himself and others around him. Her actions do seem distasteful, but ultimately justifiable. I know this analysis isn't 100% accurate, but it's merely a theory given the fact that Mami makes appearance quickly and vanishes without any given information or mention of her. We as people want to keep things dear to us close. Similarly applies to a mother and a child. Keeping someone away from harm is as natural as breathing. And if I'm honest, it's almost like it's an instinct. A lot of people say you should distaste and loathe your ex, and I honestly think those emotions are senseless to the bigger picture. Looking at it as a whole, we could simply say that having these emotions will only fill the emptiness we feel because we lost a piece of ourselves. It's evident, and it's clearly evident, that Mami has some sort of ulterior motive outside of getting Kazuya to stop messing around with Ichinose. There's various things we could put on the table. I'll list. 1. She would have rejected Kazuya directly and have done it initially because she probably didn't like him. 2. If she wanted to have broken up with Kazuya and stay broken up with Kazuya, she would have most definitely have kept her distant and left him be. 3. If she wanted to take and bag Kazuya's secret, she could have easily have done it. It's clear in the manga that she obviously has all of the resources she needs to do so, and therefore she can do it. How I'm looking at the events play out keeps bugging me, as the saying goes, actions speak a lot louder than words, and what I'm seeing from Mami isn't hate or contempt, but genuine concern and well-being. This is Velvet Groove, and I'm signing out.